gotta hold on that thing tight.
Right, at this time I would ask that you please put your hearing protection on.
we wet. We are wet.
Well, all right, folks, it is about that time. How's everyone doing today?
Woo!
You guys are going to do so much better than that to get all those alligators up here. Let's try it one more time. How's everyone doing today?
Woo!
Much better. Look, they're coming all the way from back there.
Oh my
So my name is Liz. If you haven't met me wandering around already, and I'll be doing your feeding demonstration for today. Now, if you folks have any questions at all, please feel free to shout them out. You know, I can tell you one of the most common questions I get. How is this little bucket of food going to feed all these gators, right? And the answer, it's not. The alligators are reptiles, which means they're what? Warm-blooded or cold-blooded? Cold-blooded, that's right. That means they use the heat and the sun to help digest their food. So unlike us warm-blooded people, they don't need to eat every day. We feed the alligators in this pond here about 1,000 pounds of food every 4 to 6 weeks. And in those feedings, we throw in things such as beef, pork, chicken, fish, farm-raised rats and rabbits. And that right there is intended to feed them all. Today, as I said, just a demonstration. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. So on today's menu, we have rats.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all I'm going to get for expressions. I'll take it. So let's throw a couple into the water, see if we can't get them moving around a little bit.
Oh my God.
So in this pond, I have 250 American alligators. Can anyone take a guess as to what I have more of, males or females?
Female.
Females. For every one male alligator we put in this pond, we put in approximately 5 females. Now that's because male alligators can cover multiple females during the mating season. Furthermore, male alligators are very territorial. So to minimize the amount of fights, we minimize the amount of males that go in the pond. Let's see. You know, for some reason, everyone seems to believe that alligators are out there eating people. When really, only 6% of all alligators are fatal. I dropped it. It's down there. Somebody want to jump in there and get that for me? So, why might an alligator attack a person? Hey, they look like food. Taking identity. And how about doing exactly what I'm doing right now? Feeding them. I think sooner or later this will probably get me attacked, don't you agree? Yeah, absolutely. You can be honest. It's okay. The alligators have a natural fear of people. But once they're fed, they lose that fear. And they will approach just about anyone. Think about it. You're out there camping, right? And let's say that person that was camping there before you was feeding the wild alligators. Now these guys in this pond here don't know the difference between me or any of you. So next thing you know, in the middle of the night, you have one of these guys at your tent door. So the problem is they don't really care when your handout's end, and then, you know, your actual hands and fingers begin. And for that reason, folks, it is illegal here in the state of Florida to feed the wild alligators. And I don't know if any of you noticed that prison that you drove by on the way over here. Probably try to avoid that place on the way back. Don't feed any of the wild alligators. Let's see, what else do we have? You know, I had somebody ask me earlier if they were all alive. That's another reason why people end up getting attacked. Notice how a lot of these alligators are laying very, very still. And what they're doing is they're sucking in that heat and that sun. So that's especially true on the side of the road. They love the hot asphalt. And assuming that they're statues or, I don't know, maybe they're dead because that big guy doesn't look like he's breathing. People tend to go up and try to poke at them. You know, maybe try to take a selfie with them. And the next thing you know, your arm is in their mouth. Some of these bigger guys can slow them down with over 3,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. I mean, that's equivalent to, let's say, a small car with teeth coming down, or whatever lands inside of its mouth. Believe me, it's not very pleasant. So, you guys have any questions so far? I kind of feel like I'm talking a lot.
How long have you been doing this?
About 4 years now. Not very long, but long enough to know what I can and absolutely cannot get away with. Mistaken identity. How often are they fired? Not very often. They're pretty well fed. In the wild, they'll eat 3 or 4 meals a year and can survive off their own body fat for an entire year. these guys are getting 1,000 pounds a month. Plus it's a 5-to-1 ratio, so there's really nothing too tight open. Mating season?
One of them got hit.
Notice the rats that are going out in the water. Now they don't swallow underwater. Wherever locates, it has to stick their head above the water to swallow it. See them? They get it. You know, and talking on mistaken identity, you know, it's reasonable to assume that you can find alligators. It's going to be the snout. Alligators have a rounded snout. Crocodiles have more of a pointed or a V-shaped snout. Color was another big one. You see, when alligators hatch, they're jet black with beautiful yellow stripes. The yellow stripes, though, are just for camouflage. And these guys are pretty much the chicken nuggets of the Everglades. Everything wants to eat them. They're only 8 inches long and they weigh close to nothing. But as they start to get older, these stripes will start to fade, and you'll become jet black. Whereas crocodiles are the complete opposite. They're usually much lighter in color. Let's see if we can get you guys talking a little bit more. How about size? So who gets larger, the alligator or the crocodile? Crocodile. Most species of crocodiles do get larger than alligators. And I heard teeth. So who has more teeth, the alligator or the crocodile? Alligators have 80 teeth and crocs only have 60. Stop, you're embarrassing. Now it may look like that crocodile has more teeth because when it closes the mouth, you'll see both the upper and the lower sets of teeth. Whereas my buddy the alligator here kind of has an overbite. You normally only see the top set of teeth. I mean, but if you're close enough to count them, does it really matter?
Mm-mm.
Not at all. Life feels the same. Let's see. And last one was water. So who inhabits most of the world? The alligator or the crocodile? Crocodile. Crocodiles are found in most tropical regions around the entire world, both fresh and salt water. Alligators are only found in 2 places. One being right here in the U.S. We call this the American alligator. The other one is over there in China. And in China, they don't call them the American alligator, they call them the
Chinese alligator.
Chinese alligator. Scientists, right? All right, I can tell most of you folks are kind of get tired of hearing me talk. So let's go ahead and say bye-bye to this little guy.
Bye.
Go ahead, everyone. It's up to you to lead a little bit forward. Notice the eyes are positioned up there at the top of the head. We're almost there. The eyes positioned on top of the head pretty much means the alligator can't see directly behind him going back. But you notice he had a blind spot in front of his own nose. I was actually going to touch him. Everything to the sides, they see really well. So all I was trying to do is guide him that way. Losing that vision. Hoping you guys sit around on me.
Open.
He seems lazy.
Alright. Sit. Probably common courtesy to give the alligator a short break. break. Just let him catch his breath. Many of you put a little one up the hill. Now, speaking of the two blind spots, behind the back and front of the nose, it's going to go ahead and give me two options to capture this alligator. Coming up from behind, I can quickly jump on his back and capture him that way, or I can walk back around the front and get a hold of those jaws. It is the more traditional approach. Let's see if we can't get a hold of the jaws first. That's I think if I jump on him, I'll go for a ride. Over him over the eyes, keeps the alligator nice and calm. And safely on the back we go. Alright. Now that we're up here, what I can go ahead and do, just open up that mouth.
Oh, no, ma'am.
And give you guys a good look at that beautiful Florida smile. There's all 80 feet. He has 40 on top, 40 on the bottom. Now they don't have any holders. They don't chew their food. They simply crush the bone and swallow whole. The protein in their diet helps them to keep all the 80 feet. So if one were to ever break or fall off, there is another growing in its place. These guys look like they grew 2,000 to 3,000 teeth in their lifetime. Folks, notice that you can't see down the back of this animal's throat? Should be completely sealed shut. That flap in there is called the glottis. The alligators primarily grab their prey in the water and drown it. That flap prevents them from drowning themselves in the process. No. They're all closed anyway, right? You know, talking about being closed. Alligator wrestling came from the Seminole and the Miccosukee natives. They used to hunt alligators for food. Now, one man would go out, find the alligator, kill it, drag it back to their camp. And sometimes that was a 2 or 3 day walk. With the hot Florida sun, they realized the meat became spoiled. It was just no longer edible. So they had to find a way to take the alligator back alive. They came up with a technique called bulldogging, which is using their chin and their chest. They held the alligator's jaws shut to free up both hands and tie a rope around the mouth. I'll go ahead and demonstrate how that's done. Just because I'm showing you how to do it does not mean you should try it at home.
No, ma'am.
Nose or the nostrils, used for breathing. These guys do not breathe through their mouths like we do. Top of his head, the skin-covered bow. So even if this alligator's jaws were taped or tied shut, and let's say he decided to jerk his head around again and happen to whack me in the leg, he's more than capable of breaking my leg. Again, the eyes, positioned right up here at the top of the head. You know, as one said, they believe if you're ever bitten, go ahead and poke him in the eye and let you go. It doesn't work. The alligator's eye sockets go about 2 inches back into the head. They're also protected by 2 bony plates. You poke the alligator in the eye, you're probably just going to make them really, really mad. Definitely not going to let you go. The nose, the nostrils up here at the top of the head. Now that's the most sensitive spot. If you're ever bitten, you want to